What's up and welcome back, Wargamers. This is Battleshock Wargaming Studios. We're getting ready to play another exciting game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. David, tell us what we're doing today.
Today we were playing a very high-powered match, Soulblight Gravelords versus Gitz, and these are some really interesting and amazing lists. We just got back off the tail end of a couple tournaments, and it's all about the zombies lately, so I want to run just like as many models as I can fit on the table.
For sure.
You're not going to see me doing this very often because I don't like to push 200 models around the table, but I'm going to see how it goes. I'm really excited. I absolutely love Soulblight Gravelords. It's going to be good.
I'm bringing Trogs and Fanatics. Our friend Ted Siebold gave us a bunch of Fanatics.
Yep.
And thank you Ted so much. So the first game we played after he gave them to us, Fanatics.
That's right. Michael's just been furiously getting things ready, so that's really exciting.
If you guys are new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us. Consider liking, subscribing down below. Costs you nothing. And a big shout out to all of our members. You guys are the greatest legends, each and every one of you. They go above and beyond to do that little bit of extra to help support the channel. If you're interested in becoming a member today, go hit that join button down below and get access to all those cool membership perks, most importantly of which is extra battle reports.
Yep, extra battle reports, and you get all of our videos a couple days early, which is fantastic. Also, big shout out to all of our affiliates, Baron of Dice and Grey Matter Games. Baron of Dice supplies all the beautiful resin dice that we roll on this channel, and Grey Matter Games supplies all of these battle mats and objective markers to match. We've got some new battle mats on the way, some hot, fresh stuff. There's gonna be links down below with promo codes for both of those businesses. Go ahead and check them out, help support them. We'd really appreciate it. I think that's enough talk. Let's go ahead, Michael, and take a look at the armies.
Let's do it.
On the tabletop today, we have some Soulblight Gravelords. They're going to be Vyrkos Dynasty, which means I can chain activate heroes in battle line. I can take artifacts of power and command traits with unique heroes, and I can use a heroic action to summon a unit of direwolves, which is awesome. My general is going to be Belladama. She is a War Master. She is a 2-caster. She has really good spells. She can pass wounds to wolves, and she's just an amazing looking vampire model. She also benefits from the Hunger ability. Up next, we have a Vampire Lord on foot. He is going to know Hoarfrost. He is going to have the Hunger to heal himself, and he is going to add extra attacks to units in the combat phase. I got a little Necromancer in here. He's going to know Fading Vigor for minus attacks to my enemy. He is very squishy, but he does ward wounds on a 4-up and just a little caster. I have Suffocating Gravetide. This is mostly for move blocking, but I could potentially get into some Stabas or some larger units and do some hurt with it, so it's in the list. I've got 3 units of 10 skeletons, not really playing for model recursion with these guys this game, just playing as screens and objective grabbers. They have terrible attacks and they're really good at dying. I've got 100 zombies, 2 units of 40, 1 unit of 20. They do mortals on 5s when they die. They have dragged down and torn apart, so you can turn into a zombie. I have 2 by 20 Graveguard. These are my hammers. They're going to be in reserve, so I can get them where I want, and they just do tons of damage. Here are the dice that I'm taking today. That little blood drop chainsaw skill saw thing is the 6. And there you have it, Soulblight Gravelords Vyrkos Dynasty. Let's take a look at Michael's army.
Taking a look at the Gitz today, I'm going to be running the King's Gitz. The King's Gitz allows me to re-roll that dice when trying to bring a unit back. Very helpful when we have some big, expensive units like Trogs on the table. Taking a look at my general today, it's going to be the dank old Trog boss. You know him, you love him. He's going to have the Alpha Trog and the Glowy Housets, so he's a monster, he's got some extra wounds, and he has that really annoying 4-up ward save, as long as he doesn't eat his relic. Next up, we have Scragrot, the Loon King himself. He gives an Aura of the Moon on a stick, and then he's a double caster with a +1 to cast. We have the Fungoid Cave Shaman as an extra caster, just hanging out in the list. He's going to know the spell Horror Frost to try and get some extra rend on these rock guts. For an endless spell, we have the Malevolent Moon, which is a pretty cool endless spell. It has an aura of the moon, and then it can do some mortals on 2-ups for units that are close to it. We have 2 units of Stabas with the Pokey Sticks, 3 knitters in each Stabas. They're screens, and they're mostly here to protect the Fanatics. We have 2 units of 6 Rockgut Tragas. They're really tough and they hit really hard. New to the list, we have 2 reinforced units of Fanatics, and they put the fun back in Fanatics. We're excited to run all of these wacky dudes in today's list. These are the beautiful, beautiful Gitz dice we're going to be rolling today. The moon is the 6. May the light of the moon shine on you. That is the list. Let's take a look at the mission.
Before we take a look at the battle plan, big shout out to everybody on our wall of heroes. These are absolute legends who help us support this channel and keep it growing. Thank you very much to all of you. So today we're going to be playing a battle plan called Towers in the Tundra. This is a 2-objective battle, and we each have a tower in our deployment. We score 1 victory point if we hold 1 objective and 2 if we hold both. We do not get more in this battle plan. We score on battle tactics, and then at the end of the battle, we'll score 2 victory points if we have a friendly wizard garrisoning the tower in our territory. If that's impossible, you can score 2 victory points by controlling the tower in your territory instead. We're also going to be scoring on grand strategies. My grand strategy is a fun one. It's called Empire of Corpses. When this battle ends, I complete my grand strategy if I replace 3 or more summonable units that were destroyed during the battle. And Michael, what is your grand strategy, buddy?
I'm going with Protect the Shrine again. I like that one. I got to make sure that the shrine's still alive and nobody's near it at the end of the battle.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and see who has initiative. We are here for the top of battle round 1. I made Michael super nervous because I have so many bodies and there's only 2 objectives in this battle plan. So he's decided to take first turn, but let's talk about a few things. First, I had an ability called Spore Trackers, which was my command ability. I'm able to move all of my Deadwalker units 3 inches before the battle begins, so I did. And they're just standing literally millimeters from the objectives, which is fantastic. 100 zombies.
That's a lot.
I'm interested to see how this goes. You don't have any pre-battle abilities, right?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. Michael, I have 3 command points and you have 2.
That is true.
Let's start with primal dice, shall we?
Oh, it's my favorite part of the new edition.
I love primal dice.
Hup.
Okay, we each get 1.
Nice. Scragrot gets a command point, and then the Fungoid Cave Shaman on a 4-up. Nope. Heroic actions. Let's see, I think the only thing I want to do is just get a command point with the Fungoid Cave Shaman. Yes.
Okay, I will attempt to get a command point with my Necromancer. Yes. Michael, what is your battle tactic?
The only one we can do turn 1 is going to be get a spell off without it being unbound. It's sketchy because Belladamma's in range and she's sitting on Arcane, so David's got a +2.
Yep, because she has a +1 innately to cast a spell on a bind, so +2. Yeah.
So we're probably just gonna hope to roll high and then throw Primal at it. Let's go with Mr. Scragrot himself.
Going for Summon Malevolent Moon.
It's good. That's a 12. And because it's my battle tactic, 14.
Definitely gonna try to unbind that. Let's go 5, not gonna be able to unbind it.
So it comes out 12, and then it moves 12. Anything within 3 inches of it that isn't a Gitz on a 2-up takes D3 mortals.
Wonderful.
And then it gives out an aura of the bad moon. It's a buffing piece, and it does some damage, which is pretty cool. So I do have some other casts to do, but I don't want to do it because I don't want to give you any more unbinds. So casting complete.
All right, we will be back at the end of movement phase. Michael, we're back from your movement phase. Tell me what you did, starting with the left flank.
So these stabos moved and ram. We can test from outside of 9, so we have 20 onto that point to David 0. He can pretty easily take it back next turn, but I'm trying to make it hard for him to run across the table and get me. And then we have Trog Boss hanging out, getting ready to smash anything up. Scragrot is the king of the castle. He's hanging out inside of his little castle, just doing, he's playing house. We have Trogs on the right flank. We moved and auto-ran our Gitz, and then Fanatics. Technically, Fanatics come out in the charge phase, but they're here now because we're getting straight into charges.
Yep, and I didn't do any redeploys. I don't really care if he tries to kill 40 zombies, so I'm just gonna take it on the chin, and we can go ahead and get set up for charges, I believe. Okay, so we're looking at the Fanatics. The unit that they're hiding in, or that they were hiding in, cannot charge because they ran, so it's just the Fanatics. Let's see what they get.
5 is enough.
They're super in, so he's gonna pile them in. Okay, so Michael has piled in as far as he wants to pile in. They have 3-inch range. He's gonna get 10 D6 attacks.
We're gonna all-out attack, bringing us down to 1 command point.
Okay.
10 D6. 12. Ooh, that was an incredibly bad roll.
So Michael just got 28 attacks. Now he's going to go ahead and roll them. What's their profile?
They're 4s and 3s, but we just all out attack, so we're going to be 3s and 3s. Ren 2, D3 damage.
Okay, so they're just going to punch through, and then we'll figure out how much damage. Here we go. Threes.
Okay.
Okay, roll the damage, because I have no save. So these are going to be D3s.
21 damagerinos to that 40 block. I was hoping to do 40 damage with my gazillion attacks, but
Yeah.
did not happen.
21 6-up wards. Okay, 19 guys die.
Okay.
I've got 17 in range of explosion, so I'm going to pull those from the front, and then we'll roll some explosions. Okay, we did some double measuring. I actually had the 3rd rank within 3 inches as well. I can't get out of combat by killing myself out. So this is going to be 19 explosions on 5s. This is an ability called Drag Down and Torn Apart. It's a 3-inch range. That's 9 mortal
2,
wounds.
4, 6, 8, 9.
All right, so I killed 9 fanatics. Michael is going to auto pass because he can rally, and he's outside of 3. And I'm going to auto pass obviously because I lost 19, so I'd be losing a lot of zombies. So that is it for the turn. Let's go ahead and get onto the hero cam and score Michael up. We're back for Michael's turn. It was super duper fun. Some fanatics came out and slapped some zombies and then got slapped.
Just exploded.
Just slapped each other. It was a lot of fun. Zombies are really good.
Scored 4 points.
Yep.
Hold 1, hold 2. There is no hold more in this game.
Yep.
And then completed a battle tactic for 4 points.
Yep.
It was very important that I get on turn 1, because if I let you go, you would just flood the points and I would never ever take them back. So now we have a chance.
Yep.
Let's roll primal dice.
Let's do roll primal dice.
Yep. We each get 1.
We each get 2. All right, for heroic action, I am going to summon a unit of dire wolves. I can do that once per battle, and I'm going to do that now, and then I'll be right back to show you where I put them. All right, so my dire wolves are down here, wholly within 9 of Belladama, and more than 9 from enemy units. They cannot move this turn, but they can charge, and we're going to go ahead and get into my battle tactic. My battle tactic is going to be one out of the book. It is called Endless Nightmare. So I have to pick a friendly Soulblight Gravelords summonable unit on the battlefield, and I complete my tactic if 6 or more slain models are returned to that unit during this turn. So I have 2 ways to do this right now. I get to rally, and then I get to do Deathly Invocation. Deathly Invocation is going to immediately give me 3, and then rally, I'm going to get to roll 19 dice. So I basically need to roll 3 6s on 19 dice.
Yes.
It's sketchy, but it's not as sketchy as trying to cast a spell right now.
For sure.
I also want to get some spells off during this turn. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Let's get into your heroic action. What are you going to do?
I'm just going to get a command point.
Okay.
With the Fungoid Cave Shaman. Nope.
Okay. All right, before we get into any hero phase stuff, we're still at the start of the hero phase, so this is when we're going to rally. I'm going to go ahead and use a command point, bringing me down to 2, and I'm going to rally those Deadwalker zombies. Let's see what happens. I rolled 2.
And then for mine, Scraggerot is going to spend his command point and tell those fanatics to rally.
Okay.
Okay, so those are all 4-ups, but I get a max of 9.
You get a max of 9, yeah. They all come back. That was amazing. Michael just rolled 9 4-ups and got every single one of his fanatics back. I am now going to do Deathly Invocation, so I'm going to bring back 3 more zombies to that unit. Okay, so I'm going to cast Spirit Gale with Belladama. This casts on a 7. And if it goes off, every enemy unit on the battlefield suffers a mortal. If I roll a unmodified 9+, then every unit on the battlefield suffers 2. Plus 2 to cast. Let's see what happens. That's a 4. I want that to go off, so I'm going to roll a primal 5.
6, 7.
6, 7. Yep, I'll just stick with that.
So let's try right there with the Fungoid Cave Shaman, dispelling 5. 6, 7. Ugh.
Yes! Use your last primal dice.
Fine, you can have it, even though I threw in a primal at it. That was bad.
Fanatics take a mortal wound.
Yep.
Okay. Stab is take a mortal wound. Rot Guts have a 5-up ward.
Yep.
They're good. The Shaman.
And then Scragrot takes a wound. The Dankhold, he's good. The Trogs, not good. And then one of these guys die.
Let's do Suffocating Gravetide with her.
Yeah, this is the one I actually would like to stop.
That's a 5. I'm not going to reroll it.
Stopped it.
So let's do an Arcane Bolt with the Vampire Lord that's sitting in the back of there, a little back there. It fails. I'm not going to roll it. And then let's do Mystic Shield on the blob, the big blob of zombies. Give them a 6-up save. That also fails. All right, so one more thing, guys. I'm an Andorian Locust, and I wanted to get rid of this Endless spell. Completely forgot about it. Michael's going to let me roll for it now. So I'm going to do it with my Vampire Lord. That's 6. That's 10. So it goes away. Okay. That is truly the end of the hero phase. Thank you for your patience, folks. We'll be right back after my movement.
Dave, you finished your movement phase. Walk us through what you got going on. Start with these Death Rattle right down here.
These Death Rattle came out of reserve. They're wholly within 12 of this gravesite, setting up for battle tactics and flood objectives later on. 40 Deadwalker zombies ran 1 inch, so I got about, 12, 14 of them on the objective. This unit auto ran, so I've got, I'm currently holding the objective. Going over here, we have 1 unit of Summon Death Rattle, so my Necromancer can pass wounds while he's standing in his tower. And then I moved up the other 10-man skeletons, getting ready for a charge. On the other side of the battlefield, we have a Vampire Lord who ran 4 inches, so he's within 3 of some zombies, try to do some buffing in the combat phase. We've got Belladama, who just is hugging the arcane terrain and standing behind her chaff units. And then on the far side, I've got some Direwolves, which I summoned in the hero phase. They weren't allowed to move, but interestingly enough, with that giant rally that Michael got, I was actually able to get a little closer, which is cool. And then the Grave Guard came in outside of this gravesite right here, looking for a cheeky charge to try to start chipping away at some hammers. And then one thing I want to add before we move on, these zombies right here in my hero phase would have resurrected 1 extra model because they're wholly within 12 of a gravesite, which is right underneath this zombie unit here. So I did complete my battle tactic by bringing back 6 models. And that's it. We're just going to get into charges because vampires and zombies don't shoot. All right, we're going to charge the skeletons. They don't get any buffs. Let's see what happens. They roll a 5.
Perhaps, maybe.
That is a no. They need a 7. Let's let's do it. Let's use my last command point, and we're going to go ahead and charge them again.
This is bold strategy, Cotton.
That's a 6. Okay, let's charge the zombies. The zombies get a 7. They can roll a 7. We're going to move them in.
Looking at some Grave Guard.
Graveyard!
Do they want it?
I rolled a 7.
The Goodest Boys.
We're going to charge them and see what happens. They rolled a 10. They rolled a 10.
Aggressive charging. So we can't really pile in anywhere because we have enemies on both sides. So I think we're just doing 5 into the Direwolves and then 5 into the Deadwalker zombies.
Okay.
The Deadwalkers have that 5-up ward right now.
Right.
So let's look at the 5d6 into the Deadwalker zombies.
Okay.
18,
22 attacks. Very
22.
nice. Yeah, I feel that.
Okay. So these all punch through, right?
Yep.
So we got 7 through.
Okay,
So
73 damage. 11.
11 damage.
Okay, 11 6-up wards, or I'm sorry, 11 5-up wards because I'm wholly within 9 of Belladama. I only rolled 1 6 and no 5, so that works.
Cool, cool, cool.
10 guys die, and that's going to be...
Yo, buckle up. Oh my god,
It's going to be 5 mortal wounds.
You're killing me.
6 mortal wounds. 6 mortal wounds.
You're killing me. Let's roll for the into the Direwolves. 5 guys. 6, 10, 16, 18 attacks. 4s. Ooh. Cool. So we got 3, 6, 7 through.
Okay, punches armor.
Let's go damage.
19 damage. Oh my goodness. 6s. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 dead wolves. All right, Michael, 13 zombies 2 attacks apiece is 26 attacks, 5s and 4s, going into the Fanatics. It's easier to pull out the hits.
That's like
4s.
30%.
Make 6 saves, no red.
Success! I failed them all.
Okay, so they all die. And then on 2 ups, how many were left? 4?
Yeah.
On 2 ups, they all turn into zombies.
Nice. You get 4 more zombies?
Yep. The newly dead, baby.
So we have 11 stabbas, and we're going to have 6 barbed nets. So stabbas. They're getting stabby.
Yeah, they are. Jeez. They have rend.
Not stabbas, poke and spears. No, they definitely don't
I have a
rend.
6-up save.
Take 4.
Okay, 6-up save, 5-up ward. I saved 3 of those.
You're a machine.
5. Oh, nothing happens.
Okay, that was wild. And then barbed nets, this is backwards profile, and the only reason it's a backwards profile is so I can't roll it with everything else.
Sure.
Dumb.
But you rolled really good.
So this hits on 4s and wounds of 5s. The other one's hits on 5s and wounds on 4s. Take a wound.
Okay. No rend on that one either.
Nope.
Okay. I failed it, and then I have a 5-up ward. I'm good.
You're an animal, David.
All right, I'm going to pile in with some dire wolves. Dire wolves, 5 attacks, 5s and 4s because of the Netter's debuff. 1 hit. 1 wound.
Saved it. So I'll spend my last command point to auto pass here, and then I have to roll on those guys.
Go ahead. You're good.
We're good. We're good.
I lost 6 dire wolves. They're bravery 10, so I'm going to let it ride on that one. Let's roll there. They're good.
Okay.
And then for the zombies, I'm going to auto pass with one of my triumphs. I have 2 because I took a magnificent.
You have 2 triumphs?
Yeah, because I'm less points than you, and then I took 1 for my magnificent.
So smart. You look at your big brain.
Now we're actually done. We'll be back to score me up and do a roll-off. We're back from my turn. It was really interesting. I did end up getting this point.
Yep.
23 to your 22, and the reason why is the newly dead ability. I was able to get 5 extra models on the points, pile in the dire wolves, so that was good. So I scored 4 points.
Yes.
Hold 1, hold the other one, and then completed my battle tactic just barely. Thank you, Gravesite. So the score is 4 to 4, and we're getting into a roll-off. Let's see what happens.
Let's move the moon before we do the roll-off. The moon moves to the center.
Okay, right where you want it.
Now we have to do priority.
Okay. You got the turn.
I will take the turn for sure. I'm not going to hand it off to you like a knucklehead.
Okay, we'll be back for the top of Battle Round 2, Gloomspite Gitz. Here we are for the top of Battle Round 2. Michael has decided to take the turn, so we're going to go ahead and get started with some start of phase stuff.
My voice of Mork gets 1 on a 4-up. He does.
Very nice. Command point rich, baby.
See who gets some primal dice. We each at least get 1.
We both get 2.
Ooh. Let's just get another command point with Scragrot. No.
Command point with Belladama. No.
So I think we're going to do
Let into the maelstrom.
Let in the Maelstrom. Charge with a battle line, charge with a hero. I should handily be able to do that this turn.
I'm going to make my Necromancer a Loki, so he has an extra cast and unbind this turn.
Let's go with the Fungoid Cave Shaman. Let's have him bring out the Bad Moon, or the Malevolent Moon. He perils. Excellent. He takes a mortal.
Ooh, he's almost dead. He's got 5 wounds.
You know, it doesn't bother me nearly as much when he perils versus Croak Peroline.
Yeah, Lord Choke.
Choke.
All hail Lord Choke.
So let's go over to Scragrot. Let's do Fangs of the Bad Moon.
Okay.
Okay, Fangs of the Bad Moon. 7, 8, Primal. Boom.
What'd you roll there?
That's
11, 14?
Yep, 14.
Okay, let's try with Belladama. She's +2. 7, Primal, 8.
On a 5?
On a 5-up, yep. Okay, unbound. So
Okay.
that's 10, 13, 15.
That was unexpected. Okay, we're going to cast Itchy Nuisance with Scragrot.
Okay.
Goes off on a 10.
Goes off.
Let's make this block right here.
Fight last.
Fight last.
Any other hero phase stuff?
Casting got all shut down all over the place, so I think we go into movement.
We'll be back in a minute. Michael, we're back from your movement phase. Tell me what you did starting with the Rock Guts.
Rock Guts have trundled forward to the center of the battlefield. The Fungoid Cave Shaman, just in case I needed someone to make a backup charge, has pushed through the Rock Guts. He's going to run screaming into some zombies.
Yep.
He's half dead, so let's use him for a battle tactic. The Gitz have stepped backwards, so all of those Stabbas are out of combat. They ran away because they're smart.
I didn't do any redeploys here because I did a redeploy there of 4 inches. I'm just trying to pull Michael's hammer off of the objective so I can continue holding it. Let's carry on onto the other side of the battlefield.
Our Rock Guts moved over. The Stabbas moved over, and then all of these Rock Guts were kind of standing in the way of my Dankhold. So he's like, "Get out of the way! We gotta move, guys."
Gotta go kill some zombos.
We're gonna get into chucking some rocks, and then we're gonna see just how many zombies we can kill this turn.
All right, let's get set up. All right, Rock Guts are gonna throw some rocks into the zombies. Let's see what happens.
These are gonna be mortals on 3s because you have 5 or more models.
Nice.
So 4 mortal wounds.
Okay, let's do 6s. No 6s. Some more Rock Guts on the other side of the battlefield, throwing some rocks.
We have 5 into the Deadwalker zombies and 1 into the wolves.
Okay.
So let's go 1 wolf, nothing. Deadwalkers.
This is on 3s.
The Deadwalkers take 2.
Okay, 6s, or I'm sorry, 5s, doesn't matter, 2 are dead. All right, no other shooting, so do you just want to charge on that side of the battlefield
I
first?
do. Let's charge with those Rock Guts. They got a 3. How about we're gonna leave the Rock Guts where they are.
Okay.
But we are gonna charge with the Fungoid because it's battle tactic time. Cool.
He goes it. Fungoid's there, being super brave. Are we gonna charge Stabbas on this side?
No, they fell back.
Oh, they fell back, that's right. Okay, let's go look at the other side of the battlefield.
David.
Yep.
Fanatics.
Uh-oh. Okay, on this side of the battlefield, it is charge phase, and Michael has decided to bring out the other 10 Fanatics that were hiding inside the Stabbas, and now we're gonna roll some charges.
Fanatics.
9.
That's what you want to see.
Yes.
How about Rock Guts? Yes.
They're going in. Last but certainly not least, the Dankhold Trog boss.
Dankhold Trog boss. Looking for a modest charge. That is a modest charge.
He's going in.
Cool.
Let's do a monstrous action when we were looking at your monster.
Let's see. You cannot receive any commands over there?
Nope.
So we just stomp you? And if I stomp you, you explode?
Nope.
Oh, no explosions from stomping? No stomping anyways. I rolled a 1.
Okay, Fanatics are fight first. They're all in range. I have 7 explosions on them, and the rest of them are going to have to go somewhere else. 10 d6 attacks. Let's see what they get.
Good Lord.
Holy cow.
Good Lord, David.
52 attacks.
Look at this. Yes.
All right, 52 -2 round attacks.
I don't need to all out attack.
Jeez, that is so many dice.
I rolled that.
14 d3 damage. Go ahead and roll out your damage.
Which is pretty poor considering how many attacks I got actually.
Yes.
14. All right. 29 damage on that poor little unit right there.
29 damages. I've got a 6-up ward. I shrug 2. The unit is dead. We're going to do 7 explosions into the Fanatics. Fanatics take 2.
That's not so bad. That's better than I expected.
And 13 into the Rock Guts. 1 into the Rock Guts.
Rock Guts have a 5. Take 1.
We did a damage. 3 wolves into the Fungoid Cave Shaman.
We're going to spend his command point for an all-out defense.
Okay, I think I'll do an all-out attack here.
It's for the battle tactic, so
3s and 4s.
Okay.
Make 3 saves, no red.
Okay, I have 5 ups. I have to make at least one of these. How about all of them?
Nice
Good
job.
Lord.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
You can fight with your shaman.
3 attacks with the Moonsicle, 3s and 4s. 1 at -1.
Saved it with a 6.
Nicely done. And then 2 attacks with the Vicious Teeth. Not his teeth, this is his pet's teeth. 1 hit. No wounds. I'll spend 1 of my 2 command points to auto-press Bravery on the Fanatics.
Okay. I will not do that because my unit died.
For
now
sure.
roll a dice and see if you get 5 Fanatics back.
Ooh. Is this the dice? No, that's not the dice. This is the dice. Okay.
4 up re-rolling.
No. No. Okay. Yeah, it was not the dice.
Just wasn't the one.
Not the one.
Commanding turn for you.
Yeah. Let's
Very good.
let's score it up, huh?
Let's do it. We'll be right back. We are back from Michael's turn. It was insane. It was fun. The Fanatics obliterated 20 zombies. They're gone now.
Yep.
But half of them will hopefully be back
They will be
during my
back.
turn. You scored 4 points.
I did.
Because you completed your battle tactic and you hold 1 and 2.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to do that, and then I was really sketched out about my battle tactic, but I did achieve my battle tactic because that hero didn't die.
Yes.
Good for him.
No more primal dice. For my heroic action, I am going to pick 1 friendly Deadwalker unit within 12 of Belladama, invisible to them. I get to add D3 models to that unit, so I am going to pick the Direwolves. We're going to add D3 to that unit. 3 Direwolves come back. Okay, I have done my heroic action. I am now going to call out my battle tactic. It's going to be Callous Overlord. And I'm going to pick this unit of 10 skeletons. They have to die this turn.
For sure.
They have to be out of combat and they have to die this turn. So they're going to get killed.
Let's finest hour with my Fungoid Cave Shaman.
I like it.
Yeah, because I don't need command points. I have 3 command points. We are going to issue a rally over there.
So we're going to rally 2 Fanatics on 4s.
I get 1.
Okay. Let's cast Lichen Curse. So this casts on a 7, does D3 mortal wounds, and every model that dies gets replaced with a Direwolf.
Oh, so cool.
Yep, we're on a +2. That's a 7, 8.
Let's go with Scragrat. 7, 8. Unbound.
Now we're going to do Spirit Gale. That goes off on a 10.
This is the one that...
Mortal wound to your whole army.
Unbound.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to cast Fading Vigor on the Trog unit, actually. This reduces their attacks by 1. If I roll an unmodified 9, it'll be 2, but they only have 2 attacks apiece, so. It goes off on a 7.
Let's try with the
Fungoid?
Fungoid. 7? You got it.
Okay. All right, and then we're just going to cast a Mystic Shield with the Vampire Lord on himself. Fails. That's all my casting. Oh, I need to do Deathly Invocation, so let's do that. Belladama is going to heal that wolf. And then the Vampire Lord is going to bring back 4 zombies.
I got it.
Deathly Invocation done. Everything done. So let's go ahead and get into my movement, and we'll be right back to show you what I did.
David, you finished your movement phase. Walk us through what you got going on.
So on the far side of the battlefield there, I summoned 10 zombies. I rolled a 3 up at the end of my movement phase, so they're standing there. I've walked the Graveguard forward to engage the Trogs. I didn't do anything with the Direwolves. They're just going to stay and kill the general. The zombies did not move. I'm just holding that point. Belladama is within 3 of the wolves, so she has a ward. Or I'm sorry, a bodyguard. And then in the center of the battlefield, I dropped some Graveguard to hang out in a skeleton bubble and just go places throughout the course of the game. Not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. Michael did a really good job of zoning out the backfield. And then over here, we ran the zombies and we got as many on the point as we could, which is going to help me take that point. And then I've got some poor death rattle skeletons that are going to charge into some fanatics and die a horrible death. So that's it.
Now that's actually my general, is the Dankhold. The other dude's just an idiot. We don't care about that idiot.
Yes.
You have no shooting, so you want to do some charges?
Yep, let's get set up on the skellies. All right, the skeletons are going to charge. They roll an 11. Graveguard charging in. They roll their dice to their charge to a 6. If it's lower, it is. So they're just going to charge 6 inches. The fanatics fight at the start of the combat phase, and I am trusting that you're going to do enough damage to kill my 10 skeletons.
Normally this would be a lift it situation where we just lift the unit, but I enjoy fanatics too much.
31 attacks going into my poor skeletons. What did they ever do to you?
They existed, David. You're an abomination.
Force. How dare you roll so bad, Michael? How dare you?
This is really bad, Dave. I literally hit with 4.
How did you hit with 4
I
on
hit with
31
4.
dice when it's my battle tactic?
I hit with 4. I wounded
Oh my god.
0.
You did nothing? Ugh, I hate you. Okay. All right, I'm going to go 31 attacks. Okay, I'm going to go over to my Graveguard now.
Good lord.
Okay, Michael is going to all-out defense with his Trog, so he's going to have a 3-up save against this. I'm going to all-out attack, bring me down to 1 command point. I've got 41 attacks. This is going to be 3s and 3s, I believe. 3s and 3s, 6s to wound, do a mortal. Let's see what happens. 3s to wound. 2 mortals. Okay, 17 saves. You're on 3 ups.
3s. So I fail 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have 2 mortals in addition.
Yep, so that is 14 damage.
Oh, they're 2 damage piece.
Yep.
These are 5s. So that's 1 Trog, 2 Trogs, and a wound. 2 wounds.
2.5 dead Trogs. It ain't good enough.
There we go, 3 attacks, 3s and 3s into your Death Rattle skeletons with the Trogs, 2 hits, 2 wounds, Ren 2.
Goes through.
6 damage.
Okay.
We got less attacks because of David's spell from earlier.
Shrug 1, so 5 go down.
5.
Okay, so we got 5 direwolves fighting into the guy that has Finest Hour. It's going to be 4s and 4s.
He did his job, I'm happy with it.
Nothing.
Okay, cool. So 2 attacks from the Netters, 3 attacks from the Pokin Spears.
Okay.
Ready?
4 Gitz going into some skeletons. Can you
So-
kill 5 skeletons with 4 attacks?
We got 2 attacks with the, I'm just gonna roll these together. The gray ones are the Netters. Here we go. Take 1, no Ren.
I saved it.
Excellent, well done. You're like, darn it.
Okay, I'm going to fight Fanatics with those 5 skeletons.
Yes, you shall.
6 attacks, 4s and 3s. One no red going into the Fanatic.
6, failed it.
Okay, we got one. Did all out defense, so 8 attacks.
8 attacks, here we go. Hits on 3s, wounds on 3s, 3 at -2.
Goes through.
9 damage.
Okay, this is 6s to ward, rerolling 1s.
Some re-rolls in there.
I lost 7 guys.
Let's see if my Fungoid Cave Shaman can be a hero. His sickle. 2 hits. 2 wounds, -1.
Those were ward rolls. No, wait, I had 6s. I had 6s because you're fighting wolves. 6, or I'm sorry, 5s because of Belladama.
It's 4 damage.
It's 4 damage? Okay. 1 wolf dice.
1 wolf dies. And then his pet Gribbly. Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to roll Battle Shock on my 5 skeletons.
Okay.
They're fine. And then you're going to roll Battle Shock or Auto Pass.
I will auto pass on the Trogs.
Okay, I lost 7 Graveguard, and it's the end of the turn, so I'll use my last command point to auto pass the Graveguard. All right, that is the end of the turn.
Yeah.
Let's score me up.
David, you completed your turn. How'd you score?
I miraculously only scored 2 points. Michael had 32 attacks with Fanatics that are -2 Ren and 3 damage, or D3 damage, and could not do 10 wounds.
I did 0 wounds.
Yes, so I failed my battle tactic. Darn it. So yeah, 2 points. The score is 6-8, and we're going to get into a roll-off for battle round 3. Let's see what happens.
Before we do, I'm going to entreaty the moon to stay where it is.
Great.
Yep.
It's not going to go anywhere.
It's
All
not
right,
going anywhere.
let's roll off. Okay. I feel compelled to take the turn, so that's what I'm going to do. And
Cool.
we will be back for the top of battle round 3, Soulblight Gravelords.
Welcome back. We're here at the top of battle round 3. Gravelords are about to get into it.
I'm going to attempt to get a primal dice. Primal.
Oh, I want primals. Yes.
All right, 2
that's
primal
nice.
dice.
I'm going to give my general an extra command point because I'm going second.
Okay, sounds good. For my heroic action, I'm going to get D3 wolves. 1 wolf goes back into that wherever, somewhere on the point.
He's on the point.
For my battle tactic, I am going to pick one out of the book again. The Grasping Dead. Pick a friendly summonable unit, the wolves, that are within 3 of any enemy units. You complete this tactic if the unit is within 3 of enemy units at the end of this turn. All right, Michael, go ahead and do your heroic action now.
I will get yet another command point with my general. No.
Okay. Yeah, let's do Lycan Curse on the Stabbers. Why not? That goes off with a 13.
It's aggressive. I'm not even going to try it. You can D3, and I'm going to go get the wolf right now.
Okay, it's 1 wolf. It goes right where the last guy died. Beautiful. We got a wolf. Now we're going to do the spell where your whole army takes a mortal wound.
I dislike this one very much.
That goes off on a 9.
Scrag Rock. None for you.
Okay, let's go ahead and cast Fading Vigor on these Trogs again.
I also dislike this very much.
It's a 6. That's a 9. That is an 11.
11.
I used both my primal dice for that, folks.
Scrag Rot, let's get it. So that's 10.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you roll, 11?
Mm-hmm. Okay,
12.
I'm down. Let's try to cast Hoarfrost. This is a high cast value, but I'm going to try to cast Hoarfrost on those zombies.
Ooh.
7 does not go off. Before I get too far along, let's do Deathly Invocation. We're going to bring back 1 more wolf to that unit from Belladama. I get to heal an extra wound because I'm wholly within 12 of the gravesite, so let's go ahead and bring back the other wolf too. All right, that wolf unit is 9 strong now, and then we're going to use Deathly Invocation to bring back 4 zombies because they're also wholly within 12 of the gravesite. That is the end of my hero phase. We've done some resurrection over here. Let's go ahead and get into movement.
Dave, you've completed your movement phase. Walk us through what you got going on, starting with these Deadwalkers.
The Deadwalkers ran 9 inches. I'm just getting into enemy territory, setting up for some battle tactics. The Graveguard stayed in. They're going to try again to see if they can do 12 damage. And then behind them are the Direwolves. They are super juiced up now because I brought a bunch of them back. Belladama's right there, giving everybody a 5-up ward that's wholly within 9 of her. Then we've got the Vampire Lord and some zombies over there on the other flank. And then in the middle, we've got some skeletons that ran straight forward. They're just running over to the shrine for late game Grand Strat Deny. And then we've got 20 Graveguard that move laterally. This is impassable terrain, so it's kind of an interesting situation. And I got multiple activations going on, so they're probably just going to be set up for later on. And then we've got 40 zombies and 5 skeletons. And I've got about 30 on that objective, so I'm holding it currently. So we could just go ahead and get into charges.
Looking at some Deadwalker zombies and a Vampire Lord on foot, getting into some charges. What do you want?
Let's charge the Vampire Lord on foot first. He gets an 8.
Just right in, like that?
Nope, he's gonna go...
Oh, just into the center of everything.
Yeah, just like that. And that's actually all I'm going to charge right now, I think. I don't have any other things that need to try to charge, and I don't want to lose a bunch of Graveguard by trying to activate on the Dankhold. So yeah, we can just get set up on the Graveguard. Okay, so we're going to start with Fight First, Fanatics. 7 dudes, d6 attacks.
Okay, how about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
14 attacks.
14.
Let's just see how many skeletons come back. 2 skeletons come back into that unit. I'll put them back if you do less than 7 damage.
4. Okay, so these all go right through.
Punches armor.
5d3, so 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
Rerolling ones, they're dead.
Okay, cool.
Okay, before the Graveguard fight, at the top of the combat phase, the Vampire Lord is going to give them an extra attack. He charged so he could get wholly within 12 of them. So we're going to have 39 attacks plus 1 for the leader for 40 attacks, and then we're going to do all-out attack.
Okay, all-out defense, and we'll use Scrag Routes.
Okay. 3s and 3s. 3s. Okay, 7 mortal wounds and 22 saves.
That was significantly more than last time.
Yes.
And I failed a lot. 20 damage plus the 7, 27 damage.
27 5-ups.
Pretty sure this will kill him.
I don't know.
1, 2, 3. Dead.
Okay, 16 damage. We got some trogs. Fungoid Cave Shaman fighting into some scallies.
3 attacks, they all miss. 2, 1 hit from his pet. No wounds.
7 wolves, 6 wolves, plus the leader. This is going to be 4s and 4s. Four armor saves.
I fail them all.
Okay.
4 stab as Vampire Lord. Here we
Okay.
go. 2 hits. 1 wound.
He fails it, and then he's got a 5-up because of Belladama, or no, 6-up, fails it, takes a wound.
2 into the doggos, 3 hits. 1 wound into the doggos.
Those dogs?
Dags.
They fail it, and then 5-up, they fail it. So 1 takes a wound.
And then we have 2, 4, 6, 7 into this lone wolf over here. 3 hits. 1 wound. No ends.
Save that one.
Splendid.
All right, that wolf's gonna fight you. 1 hit, 1 wound.
Killed it.
Okay, and then the hero. 4s, 3s, 2 minus 1.
Killed them both.
Okay, 4 damage.
Okay.
That is it.
We'll spend 1 command point, bringing us down to 2 to auto pass morale on those Gitz.
That will wrap up the turn. I did do some damage with the Vampire Lord, so he's going to heal that wound that he took. And then I have no other bravery to take, so that is the turn. Let's go ahead and get on Hero Cam, score it up.
David, you completed your turn. Tell us how'd you score.
I scored 4 points. I got my battle tactic, keep the dogs in combat, and I hold both of these points because there's just zombies everywhere, man.
Zombies everywhere.
Zombies everywhere, yeah. I chose not to pile in, and I kind of pinned Michael's general behind the impassable. He does have a battle tactic out of his book, though. What are you going to do?
We're going to do Moonlight Raid, which is pick 1 objective controlled by your opponent, which is that one over there, and complete it if we control it, and everything's affected by the light of the bad moon, so we can do that this turn.
I'm pretty sure you're going to do 40 damage.
For sure.
You'll probably do 40 damage with the Fanatics, because that's normally what happens.
0.
When you swing with them. So that's what you're going to do. Let's try to get some primals, shall we?
Yeah, I want to play an honest game, David.
Okay, we're honest so far.
Okay, honestly, we each get a primal.
Okay.
Let's think about heroic actions. What do I want? So let's just get a command point with the Trog boss over there. He gets 1.
Okay.
And he's going to use it to rally the Fanatics.
Okay.
2. We're at 7, so we're going to rally 3 guys.
Okay.
We get a Fanatic.
Nice. I'm feeling a command point.
For sure.
Yeah, let's do a command point with the Vampire Lord. Yeah.
How about we do the Fangs of the Bad Moon with Scraggrot?
Okay.
This is, let's go 8, 9. Let's leave it on 9.
Okay, Belladonna. Using a primal, it goes off.
Death Rattle just come back. So how about on these Graveguard that scare the bejesus out of me?
Okay.
6 mortals.
Okay. 6s. And then re-rolling 1s. 5 guys go down.
Let's bring out the Malevolent Moon with Scraggrot. So it's the end of the turn. Let's throw that primal at it. There we go. Can't be unbound.
Okay, and he's done casting, which he already was. Malevolent Moon's going to come out. The Malevolent Moon is right there in the center of the battlefield.
That's it for casting. So we'll move the Endless spell, and
Okay.
I actually don't want to move it. I just want it right there.
Okay.
So we're going to do a 2-up on these Death Rattle.
Okay.
They take 3 mortals.
Okay, 6s. Re-rolling 1s. 2 go down.
And then we'll do a 2-up on the Graveguard.
Okay.
They take 2 mortals.
6s. Okay, 2 more go down. That is the end of the hero phase, I believe.
It is time to move.
All right, we'll be back in a minute. Michael, this looks suspiciously exactly like it did when we left off last time because you decided not to move.
I didn't want David to redeploy anything, so I moved nothing. So everything stood exactly where it is, and then the Gitz on the other point are dead to me. So
Yeah, they're kind of stuck in combat.
they can't fall out, and they're completely surrounded by a gazillion zombies. As soon as the Trogs died on that side, those guys are they're in danger.
Yeah. All right, man, let's go ahead and get set up for charges and shooting. The rock guts are going to shoot some rocks into some zombies.
Mortals on 3s. 5 mortals.
Okay, 6s. 3 go down.
Let's charge with Fanatics. They get an 8. Let's charge with some Gitz. Stab us. Getting a 9.
The Trog boss. Charging.
Charging in. 2. 5? That might be enough to get where I want to be.
Lastly, we've got some rock guts. Going in for some rock slinging fun.
Oh yeah. That's a 9. That's a lot of models in a very small location of the field, David.
Yes. We're playing some objective games right now. Okay, let's take a look at a monstrous action. What are you going to do with the Dankhold?
I suppose I will just stomp you. On
Okay.
2-up. Take 3 mortals.
6s. Okay.
9 Fanatics.
28 attacks into some zombies.
So let's all out attack, bring me down to 2 command points.
Okay, 3s and 3s.
Cool. So those all go right through.
D3 damage.
30 damage is a lot.
A 6s. I take 25 damage. Okay, there's going to be 17 explosions into the Fanatics.
Okay.
Fanatics take 5 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Okay, 3 explosions into the Trogs. Nothing. And then 2 explosions into the Trog boss. Nothing. So Michael's going to go in with the Dankhold Trog boss. I'm going to throw an all-out defense, so I have a 6-up save against this stuff.
So we have 4 attacks, 3s and 3s. Here we go. Failed them all.
Okay.
Excellent. Excellent work, Dankhold. You're doing great.
Is that all of his attacks?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
he just kind of fell apart there.
I'm going to help pile in. Okay, this is 19 attacks, 4s and 3s going into the Dankhold.
All out defense, bringing me down to 1 CP.
The bad move.
Yep, +1 to save for light and bad move, +1 for all out defense.
He takes 3 mortal wounds, and he's got 8 saves.
3s. Failed Deal 2, so it's 7 damage total.
Yep.
4 wards. Take 3 damage.
Okay.
Let's see if he eats his thing. He does not.
Okay.
So I killed so many that I'm only going to be able to swing with two rockets. So here we go. Let's go with 4 attacks, 3 hits, 2 wounds, rend 2.
Goes through.
6 damage.
6s. I saved 2 of those, so 4 dudes go down.
4 explosions.
I guess I'll explode into you. It doesn't matter. 1 mortal wound.
5s. Nope, take mortal.
Fighting into the trogs.
Draugs.
6 attacks. 5s. One wound.
Saved it.
Okay, let's go look at the other side of the battlefield.
All right, so we have 5 attacks with the stabbers and 2 nets into your Vampire Lord.
Okay.
1 wound.
He's good.
Cool. See, it's wholly uninteresting to watch my stabbers try and stab anything. It's just not great. Nothing on that little wolf.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay, we're fighting with 6 wolves. This is 19 attacks thanks to the Vampire Lord. Let's see what we get. 4s. Five Gitz. Need to make a save.
4 guys die. Bird.
Okay, let's go with the Vampire Lord. This is 5 attacks, 4s and 3s.
Yep, 4s.
1 and -1.
Okay. Hup.
2 damage. Am I still within 3 with that wolf?
Yep.
Okay,
5s.
1 hit. No wounds.
Cool.
12 attacks from Zombos on some 6s.
Oh, look at those
Yeah.
6s.
And then 5s? Nothing.
Excellent. Bravery, we'll spend our last command point to auto pass those knuckleheads over there.
Okay.
And then we'll roll for the fanatics. They're
On
brave.
a 6, 1 runs away.
Yeah, they're good.
All right, excellent. That was pretty fun. Very effective turn for you, considering what you had available to you. So let's get on the hero cam and score you up. We are back after Michael's turn. Michael, how many points did you score?
3 points, held an objective, and I completed my Moonlight Raid. I've given up on this point over here. Mm-hmm. My only hope is that my 6 little Gitz can just hold up your army.
Sure.
So that
Do not come over here.
just hold strong, little roots.
Yep.
So that brings me up to, let's see, 11?
Yep. And I scored 4 in the last turn. I was at 6, so the score is 10-11.
Very close
Going
game.
into the roll off for 4, baby. Let's see what happens.
Oh. Roll a 5.
Okay. I rolled a 1 ski.
1 ski for fun ski. I need to roll for the moon. The moon moves.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. We will be back for the top of battle round 4, Gloomspite Gitz. All right, we're back for the top of battle round 4. A couple things that we forgot to mention. The Trogs came back at the end of Michael's turn, and I was able to bring back 5 skeletons earlier on. So yeah, that's where we're at. Michael has decided to take the turn. He's got to push forward, keep this point, get some points. So what are you going to do for your battle tactic, buddy?
Battle tactic shall be intimidate the invaders. So I just need to get more units across the line. We're on the line, so we're going to be able to do that pretty well.
All right, sounds good. And then let's try to get some primals.
I love primal dice.
No primals.
Got to play an honest game. For a heroic action, I'm going to wade and smash with my Dankhold Trogbus.
Okay.
It's cool. It's a really cool thing that I can do. It's not great, but it's cool. He kind of like spun in a circle.
He just stomped on some stuff.
And then on 2 up, he does D3 mortals. Oh, he takes a mortal.
Rerolling
Reroll it.
ones. No.
Okay. He is going to issue a rally. 6s. Nothing. Okay, great.
Okay.
If it's in consolation, rallying on 4s still would have been bad right there.
Yeah.
So this Dankel or this Trog heals, and my Dankel Trog boss heals 6. Yes.
Heals D6.
He heals D6 for
Oh my
greater
gosh.
regeneration.
That's amazing. I am going to also do a couple things. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the Necromancer in the Tower my Loki, so he has an extra cast and unbind this turn.
Of course.
Right now, I'm going to try to get rid of the Malevolent Moon with Belladama because she's +2.
Gone.
That goes away on a 13.
For sure. Hand of Gork.
Okay.
8, 9. Oh yeah, we're playing an honest game.
'Kay.
9.
Unbound on 11.
Oh no.
And she's all out of unbinds now.
Oh no. Okay, Fangs at a Bad Moon.
Okay.
7, 8.
Okay, I'm going to try to do that with my Loki. What'd I get?
7.
Okay, it goes off.
Into the graveyard over there.
Mm-hmm.
Take 4 Mortals.
Okay, 4 guys go down.
Going down.
That is the end of the hero phase. We'll be back after movement. We are back from Michael's movement. Let's start with the Stabas.
Auto ran Stabos, so we're down to 0 command points. The only one we have is with Scragrot. And then we move the Fanatics over the line so we can get our battle tactic. I almost forgot and moved them the other direction, but I didn't.
I was a good opponent, though.
Thank you, David. And then Rock Guts and the Dankhold have moved around. We're going to look at some charge on some skeletons. And then on the other side, our 3 new Rock Guts are going to try and take out these skeletons. Scragrot jumped out of the building, tried to get away from David's whole army. That's it. We're going to chuck some rocks.
He's totally written off these Gitz. There's some Gitz right there.
They're dead.
Let's throw rocks. Rock Guts, throwing stuff over the impassable terrain.
Mortals on force. 2 mortals. Onto the graveyard.
I failed him.
Cool.
Rock Gut unit number 2.
Same target. Into the graveyard. 5 mortals. Nope, I'm sorry. You're heavily wounded, so it's 3 mortals.
Save 1. Charge clock. Trog time.
Trog time. Trogs get a 6.
Purple Trogs.
3. 3 is not going to do it. Oh, I am for sure 3 inches away. Nope. Put it. Scoot it.
It's within a ½ inch.
Okay, great.
You're in.
We did it.
Michael's going to do a monstrous action with his Trog boss. What are we looking at?
Should we just stomp? Yeah, let's just stomp you. Stomping with the Trog boss. Take 3 mortals.
Okay, 1, 2 die.
Okay. And then at the start of combat, we'll roll a dice from my squiggly beast followers.
Okay.
2 up. We'll do. Nope, we don't. No mortals to you.
Okay, I am going to give my wolves +1 attack again with the Vampire Lord, and then you can go ahead and get into your first activation.
So we have 2 Rock Guts into the Graveguard and 3 Rock Guts into the Death Rattle Skeletons.
Okay.
So let's do the 3 into the Death Rattle. 3s and 3s. Take 2. Nice 2.
Okay, that's 6 damage. 6s. Rerolling 1s. Okay, 3 guys die.
Nice. And then 2 guys into the Graveguard. Uh, 6 damage into the, or 2 into the Graveyard. Yep.
Okay, they're dead.
Got the Graveyard.
This is 11 attacks, 4s and 3s,
Cool.
-1 Ren because I outnumber you.
Okay.
4s.
Trees.
3s. 5 -1.
4 ups. So 3. 5s. Take a damage.
Yes! I cut you.
We have
Okay,
2,
they're gonna schwang back.
6 attacks back. 3s and 3s. Take 1 at -2.
These are wards. I don't have an armor save. Okay, 3 go down. 8 attacks, 4s and 3s, -1 rend because I outnumber you. Make 3 saves, 1 rend.
5s. And 5s. Okay, 3 damage on 1 guy. 5 and 2 nets. These are my stabbers into your, nothing. Stabbers into Vampire Lord.
Okay.
Doesn't do anything. Didn't think it would.
I'm gonna fight with the Vampire Lord first.
Okay, -1 to hit, bro.
All out attack. So this is 3s and 3s. He rolls tons of 2s and 1s. 1 -1. 2 damage. Okay, I'm gonna do deadly coordination and fight with the
wolves.
The wolves now. Yeah. Okay, 16 attacks. Doom Wolf's in. Doom Wolf isn't in. 15 attacks. 5s and 4s. Make 3 saves, no rent.
Hoop. Save 2.
All right, another guy dies. Okay, I'm gonna fight with the 1 dire wolf. 5s and 4s. Okay, I'm gonna pile in with some zombies.
8 zombies is 16 attacks, hitting on 6s.
2 hits, 3 hits.
Whoa! Sharp shooting zombies, wounding on 5s.
2 wounds.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
Okay, on a 2-up, they turn into zombies. Okay, I get 2 more zombies.
I got you. Okay.
Is that it?
I think that's it. Let's see if I'm within 18. I am not. So I got to roll my 1 brave on this poor little git.
That guy?
He's dead.
Oh, he's so fucking dead,
He's gone.
dude. Okay. Good. Get me out of combat for the love of God.
Okay.
Took so long to kill 20 stabbers.
We got to return. We got to roll to return a unit. What's better, 10 stabbers or 5 fanatics?
5 fanatics all day.
All day, every
Yeah.
day. 5 fanatics. Nice.
Okay, 5 fanatics coming back. The Graveguard are dead. I didn't lose enough skeletons in either unit to have to take battle shock, so I've got no battle shock. Michael's all done with his turn. We will be right back to score him up. We are back from Michael's turn. It was furious. How many points?
3 points. Intimidate the invaders. Battle tactic. That's intimidate the invaders, and I hold 1 point. That brings me up to 14. Pretty good.
Pretty good. The score is 10-14. We're getting into my turn.
It's pretty scary.
Let's go for primals. I get 1.
Okay,
We'll get 1.
Nice.
For my heroic action, no, let's just try to get a command point. Nope.
Let's get a command point with the Dankhold Trogboss.
Yes.
No.
Okay, my battle tactic is going to be surround and destroy.
For sure.
I'm going to have that unit wholly within 6, that unit wholly within 6, and then I'm going to just jump my Necromancer out of.
Yeah, get it out of that tower.
I'm going to get him out of the tower.
I want in the tower.
Yes. I'm going to cast Fading Vigor on the Rot Guts.
Yeah, dislike very much.
That's a 7. I'm going to keep it with a 7.
6, 7. Unbound.
Okay, let's go for Hoarfrost on the Dire Wolves.
Ooh, that's a lot of attacks to give rend.
Nope. Let's continue casting. We're going to do a Mystic Shield on the Vampire Lord. This is on a +2. That is a 10.
Go for it.
And then we're going to do an Arcane Bolt. That goes off on a 6. That is it for my hero phase. We're going to go ahead and get into my movement.
David, you finished your movement phase. Walk us through what you got going on, starting with that one little wolfy boy over there.
The one wolfy boy ran 17 inches. He's over there.
Yep.
The zombies are over there. To the left of them, the skeletons are helping me get my battle tactic. To the far left, out of frame, we've got 10 zombies, which are also helping me get my battle tactic. And then we've got zombies, Vampire Lord, Graveguard, and dogs.
Jeez.
And the dogs moved. They're just over there screening.
Look at that guy taking a nap. He's tired.
Yep. And then we've got skeletons holding down the trogs. Belladama screening for the other skeletons, and they're in combat with the other trogs.
We love screening with your general. This is like Battleshock Gaming 101 right here.
On the battlefield edge, we've got my Necromancer, who had no business being in that garrison right now because of the trogs all around it. And then we've got 10 Graveguard that came back in my turn on a 3-up. I have completed my grand strategy because I've brought back 4 units so far, so that's all done. And we're just going to get set up for some charges. All right, Graveguard on a 9. That's a 9, so they're going to go in.
Nailed it.
I'm going to use a command point for all-out attack, and I'm going to activate on these trogs. Okay, so this is 3s and 3s. That was a good choice. No mortals, and you've got 2, 4, 6, 8 saves at -1.
5s. So saved 3 of those.
Okay,
So
10
take
damage.
10 damage. 5s. So we'll lose 1 Troggy boy.
Okay, and one's on 2 wounds.
And 1.
Trogs on skeletons. There's 9 skeletons there now because I brought 2 back at the start of the phase. I just did that off camera because it wasn't going to impact anything. So
Scraggrout's going to tell them to all-out attack.
Okay.
So we'll have 6 attacks hitting on 2s.
I think I will. Yeah, I'm going to all-out defense right here with my last command point.
Okay, so take 4 at -2.
Okay, let's see some 6s. Nope, and then we got 12 damage. 5, 10, 12. 6s. Rerolling 1s. Units dead. Skeletons into trogs. I outnumber you, so this has rend, 1 attack apiece, and there are 8 guys. 9 attacks, 4s and 3s. One save -1.
Failed it.
Okay, single dam.
Take the damage.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to have to do 4 Trogs into the Death Rattle.
Okay.
Trying to just kill that unit. And then 2 into the Graveguard. The yellow are into the Graveguard.
Okay.
These are 3s and 3s. Okay, so you have 4 and -2 into the Death Rattle and 1 into the Graveguard.
Okay, Graveguard has a save. He saves it. And then 4, that's 12 damage.
It's a fair amount of 1s to reroll.
They're dead.
Okay, we got the units. So all we have is Battle Shock, and we're
Yep.
going to auto-pass those Trogs because they did lose a guy.
Okay.
And their bravery is bad enough that that's not good for them.
All the units that took damage are dead, so I have no battle shock.
Okay.
So we can go ahead and get on the hero cam and score me up.
We're back, Wargamers, for the wrap-up. We have called the game. So David had a battle tactic that he could complete, and then he could handily stop my Grand Strat by just taking all of those models and just putting them around my Loon Shrine,
Yep.
and then I failed to protect the Shrine. In my coming turn, that brings you up to 19 points, and then in my
Yep.
coming turn, I get 1 point for holding that objective, and then I could surround and destroy pretty easily.
Yep.
So we get 17 points for the Gloomspite Gitz, and 19 for the Gravelords. Guys, if you are with us at this point, thank you so much for joining us. It's not every day you get to see 200 models rumble around the battlefield and just skeletons flying everywhere. Comment down below what your favorite moments of the game were. Even tell us what rules we got wrong, because I'm sure there's 1 or 2. What a slugfest. Do you ever want to play this list again?
No. I got to give props to Soulblight Gravelords players who take 100 zombies to a tournament. That was nerve-wracking. It takes a lot of time to move everything. It's just extremely hard to deal with, though, because the board control is just insane. Also, Soulblight Gravelords battle tactics are very easy. Like,
Right.
I should have gotten 2 out of my book.
Yep.
But you, like, miraculously couldn't kill 10 skeletons with 10 fanatics.
I rolled
which,
historically poorly.
that was crazy. Yeah, I love the mobility. I love the fact that you can bring wolves out in Vyrkos. I actually had one wolf left that made a convenient little screen so nothing could get to the zombies to stop them from turning off your grand strategy. And we also both were not able to score the towers because you did the same thing with your trogs on that side. I couldn't get back into my garrison. I missed that. Scragrot had to come out, so he couldn't get back into his garrison. So yeah, super high-powered game. I would not ever play this at a GT. It's just too much. It's 185 models.
And I mean,
so,
I see why, like, this isn't even the optimized zombie list, right? But I see why Tom Guan is just walking around crushing with his zombies.
yeah,
Because they just rumble onto the point, and good luck.
yeah. And Michael even did the right thing, and he took the first turn. If you didn't take the first turn, then there would have been a 2-point swing immediately because you wouldn't have gotten any points.
Nope.
Because I literally, with spore trackers, you can move 3 inches before the battle begins. So I was literally touching the outside of the objective. All I had to do was just walk in my turn. So you did it right. The turn order didn't really matter because there's just so many units to deal with. The Trogs hit spankingly hard though. They did fantastic. The Fanatics are super fun. I hope you guys had fun watching Fanatics just crush things. It's amazing how many attacks they get.
Have you ever seen a battle report with so many fanatics?
No.
No.
And once again, big shout out to Ted Seabolt, one of our best friends. He gave us all these fanatics, and Michael was like, I'm running that list right now. So super duper fun. It's always hard to beat the Gitz because they're very good. They have a lot of shenanigans, book battle tactics, and just tons of raw damage output as well. So I think that I played this list poorly because I haven't played with Soulblight Gravelords for a while, but it just doesn't matter. There's just too many wounds. There's just too many wounds.
Stand on circles, win games. That's what Rob's saying. You know, you just move up.
Absolutely, yeah, and they are very good at standing on circles. I got to give MVP to the single out direwolf who plugged that hole, and then the other unit of direwolves on the other side, just keeping you from getting to the zombies. That helped me knock out the grand strategy. So direwolves, super cool. Got to give it to them, and it's very thematic given that I was playing Vyrkos, which is all about the wolves and the Belladama.
Yeah.
I love her too. She's great. And then I'm going to give LVP to, gosh, who do I give LVP to?
Either the Suffocating Gravetide or the Necromancer.
I'm going to give it to the Necromancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was smart though, and he jumped out of garrison at the last minute. He didn't die.
Yeah, he just
so
ran
that was
away.
good. He would be LVP if I would have failed my tower and you would have completed your tower. I'd be like, you screwed up your one job because he literally just stood in that garrison for the whole game.
Yep.
But when it's time to jump out, it's time to jump out. So I love your list too. I would rather play your list than mine. This was too much.
The only thing I think I maybe could have done better, I probably should have gone more aggro. Turn 1, I pushed one flank.
Yeah.
And I hit and did a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
I should have just done it on both flanks. I should
Sure.
have just went full send.
20 fanatics.
And just put 10 fanatics there, 10 fanatics there, and just delete as much as I possibly can. And then just really, I was just thinking about how many I was going to lose, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to bring back fanatics fast enough.
Yeah.
But fanatics, man, between being able to rally them on 4s, where I rallied 9.
He rallied 9.
Ugh.
I was like, oh, okay, well now I have to kill that whole unit again.
But
That
it's
was
cool,
terrible.
man, because it's like I have fanatics to do initial damage, and
Yep.
then I have screens with the Gitz, and then once you break through that, you still have 12 trogs,
Yeah.
like rumbling through. It's great.
They are amazingly and shockingly good for how cheap they are with their ward and their chunky save and their high damage
For
output
sure.
and their reach and their rock throwing. They're just amazing. I absolutely love trogs. Yeah, you definitely did way more damage than me. Probably like 4 times more damage than
Oh
I
yeah.
did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this actually is maybe half of my army. I just couldn't be bothered to put it all back on the table. Sorry about that. Anyway,
It's too much.
yeah, this was a really, really fun game. It's fun to see what people are doing and like try to match the playstyle a little bit just to see how it goes. It's very competitive. It's not me, but I love Soulblight Gravelords, so maybe in a couple months I'll pull out 100 zombies again, but it's probably going to be a while.
Yeah. Who knew we might be getting into a horde meta? But what's cool about the horde is it's good against magic.
Yep.
Nobody cares about Croak doing D3 mortals against that.
Merciless Blizzard.
Also,
Go
don't,
ahead.
Don't
Like,
care.
I literally have nothing in my army that I care about.
Yep.
All it's about is just controlling the board. That's
Yep.
all you do. That's all you do. And half of my army couldn't take commands for half the game anyway because I left all my heroes over on this side, and the zombies were like, we're gonna die now, and it was fine. Really, really good game. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to the members. We really hope that you enjoyed this battle. And we're going to be back real soon for another one because we are about to play Night Haunt versus a brand new Ogre Maw Tribes list. Very excited.
That's right.
So we will see you soon in another battle report.
See you next week.